She had all these things to say about me, and I'm just like, but you a fake ass bitch. Like, at the time, like the dude she was crazy over in my inbox. How am I gonna waste my time and energy telling you what you did, because you know what you did? She brought flowers and all that stuff. She even came over, cooked dinner for me and my kids. Right hand to God, I ain't gonna lie. I don't want to tell y'all, but when she pulls up, her best friend was in the back seat. She became an op because the bitch is, she was slick with what she did. So, hold on, I gotta take a drink. Let me drink a little bit more. Whew. I might as well finish it. This shit about to hit me. What y'all know about this dry wine? Hold on. Okay, we're good. Okay, so welcome to my channel. I'm Pretty Rissa, as you can see by the title from the video. We get ready to do a story time. Yeah, it's been a minute since I did a story time on my channel, because a lot of my stories that I be wanting to tell, I just feel like, you know, people watch them, people gonna feel funny. Oh, she talk about me, da da da. You know, it's always they side, my side, the right side, which is my side. But no. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into the video. As y'all can already see by the title, this video is going to be about the time that I had a friend turn foe. Like, I feel like as a young woman, it's so hard sometimes to find genuine friendships. Bitches be fake. Bitches really be wanting your life. Like, they be fans of you. Like, they like you and what you do, but they also like trying to see how you do what you do and trying to get you down and cause drama and all that. So anyway, let's just get right into it. So this is gonna be a story about the time that I met this girl, and I just felt like she was really, really like, let me just tell y'all. So boom. So I met the girl through Instagram. You know how somebody's following you and they always like, oh, excuse me, that's that wine. How somebody's following you and they always like liking your pictures, and you know, oh, you're cute, sending you heart eyes, all this stuff. So that's what she would do to me, and I would do it back to her. Like, no shade or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She's cool, she's cute, whatever. And so we was just doing that for the longest. And this happened, this is 2023. This happened like 2021. So, but we had been like liking each other's, you know, stuff. So she ended up writing me or whatever on Instagram, and she's like, oh, you do YouTube? That's so cool. Like, I want to get into YouTube too. All this stuff or whatever. I'm like, oh, you know, anytime somebody talks to me about YouTube, that's like a green flag for me. Like, we're going to talk. Like, we can be friends now. Like, your mindset is on the same thing mine is. Like, we're good. So I'm talking to her, you know, trying to like motivate her about her channel, all this and that and whatever. So everything was cool. At that time in 2021, I was in a relationship, okay? And I was happy in my relationship. Like, this is the love of my life. Like, I'm gonna be with this man forever. Like, those were the vibes I was given. And so I would talk to her sometimes, you know, about that, and how, like, you know, she would tell me about like some toxic dude that she was dealing with and stuff. And I've been there before. So I was able, you know, to give her like, you know, pointers about that, and like, girl, you know, I've been there before, but I did this and this, and now I got me a good man, got a good relationship, all this stuff. So we really connected a lot through talking about YouTube. You know, we both were single moms, like got 2 kids. So we just kind of really connected on that. And then when she would share some of the stuff she was going through with the dude she was dealing with, you know, I was able to give her insight. And I think I'm like a couple years older than her, so it was kind of like big sister, little sister type thing, you know. Super cool girl. So we connected on that, took it out of the DM and like exchanged phone numbers. She would send me very, very like beautiful text voice messages and stuff, right? Like, hey friend, hope you're doing good. I know you said you was with your man this weekend. Like, I'm so happy for you. Like, really, really good stuff. Telling me she missed me. She would send me scriptures, y'all. Like, I'm like, oh, this is a really cool girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like sometimes you meet people, or you have friends and they know you in a happy relationship, like, you could tell they like salty about that. You mention something good about something you and your man doing, and they kind of like you know, don't have much to say, whatever. She wasn't giving those vibes. Like, she was giving like, oh, I'm happy for you vibes, and sending scriptures, and oh, y'all should do this, y'all should do that. Like, really happy for me. So I'm like, cool, whatever, like, she's cool with me. And so that's really that. Like, we didn't like hang out at first. In the beginning, we wasn't hanging out. It was just literally a lot of text messages, voice messages, back and forth and stuff like that. So during 2021, if you already been watching my channel and you know a little bit about me, you know in 2021 I went through a breakup. Okay, that's another story for another day. If you want to watch that video, I believe I posted it January last year. So January 2022, you'll see a video on my channel. I think it's like titled Where I Been or My Breakup or something like that, where I tapped into my breakup a little bit. So anyway, I went through a breakup 2021. You know, she was there. She was my friend at the time. So I was, you know, telling her what happened. And y'all, I was down. Like, anybody that was my friend or talked to me in 2021, you already know, like, it was not giving what it was supposed to give. Okay. So, yeah, so breakup happened, whatever, boom. So once my breakup happened, it's like her and I became even closer. I'm not gonna put it all on her because obviously, like, we're human. So when we go through something like a breakup or a hardship or something in life, we're very, very vulnerable at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And we're kind of telling our story, especially women. Men, not so much. They kind of keep things in. But like women, we gonna tell that story to kind of whoever's listening. Like, whoever got a listening ear that can hear about how I'm sad today and what happened with my breakup, like, we're gonna talk about it. That's how we get through things as women. So of course, her and our relationship, you know what I'm saying, it got closer because I was going through something. So as long as I'm calling and she picking up, or she texting me, and we were just going back and forth. So as I'm talking about like what I'm going through with him and all this stuff, you know, like I mentioned to y'all, she was dealing with a dude too and going through stuff with him. So it just kind of worked. So we became really, really close on that. And I just remember being in a very, very dark place. And we can talk about this in another video, but it's so important to remember, like, when you're doing good, who's around you, and then when you're doing bad, who's around you. Like, if you're in a bad, dark spot and you become friends with somebody, you got to kind of really be cautious of that, because it's like, you got to remember, you're not your normal self. Like, when I was sad and depressed after my breakup, like, I wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, would I have became as close to her if I was in a good space? Like, am I really just her friend because I'm going through something? I don't know. So anyway, I'm about to tell y'all how she became an op, because the bitch is, she was slick with what she did. So anyway, that happened. Breakup happened. We talking every day. And then I had got so low, right? I had got so low. And it was probably like August, September of 2021, where I was just, I'm like, I gotta shake this. Like, the relationship is over. Accept it. Like, it was very hard for me to get over it. And I don't know. She was just there, sending me scriptures, all this type of stuff. So what had happened was, this was the weird part, and my sister had told me to be cautious of it, and I didn't listen. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm done dealing with him. So one night, I think it was after the breakup, but my kids were going back to school or whatever, and so he really good man. Like, to this day, me and him is still cool. No beef, no shade. Like, I don't make these storytime videos to be throwing shade or nothing at nobody. So we was on a break. Let's just say that. He said, let's take a break or whatever. So in my mind, I'm going the fuck crazy, because like, a break, what is you saying? We're on or we're off. So that threw me for a loop. So he's like, oh, we're going on this break. My kids were going back to school. We already had prior arrangements that he was going to be helping me, you know, put my kids on the bus for the first day of school, 2021. So he was supposed to come over that night. And so he did not end up coming. And he let me know that he wasn't coming. He told me why he wasn't coming. He sent me a text like, hey, I'm so sorry. Don't be mad. But I'm like, I'm extremely tired. Let me just let y'all know, he did not live close to me. Like, it was kind of giving long distance, like an hour drive away. It was late at night. It's okay. Like, I'm low-key was feeling salty anyway, because we're on a break, but whatever. So he told me he wasn't coming, and so I'm like, okay. And I had already like prepared to see him that day, so I was already like drinking and stuff, because I'm like, oh, I know we on a break, but you about to come over. I'm about to make you be like, never mind, let's get back together. Like, that's what was going on in my mind. Like, whatever. I'm like drinking and stuff. I had just showered, picked up my room, like all that stuff. So I'm drinking. When he sent me that text and said he wasn't coming, I'm like, okay, what? So let me keep drinking, because at this point I'm tight. Like, you got me tight because you're not coming. I'm calling her, or she either called me, whatever. We were friends at the time, obviously, so we were texting each other. I can't remember who called who or whatever, but typically she worked nights or whatever. And so usually when she worked nights, she would always put her AirPods in and she would like talk to me or send voice messages to me or whatever. And so obviously it was late at night. I think maybe I texted her or something. And so we're texting, going back and forth, and then she called me, which was really out the normal because, like I said, she typically worked nights and we just text. So she was like, oh girl, I'm off tonight. I'm at my friend's house, a girl. Excuse me. She was like another girl's house or whatever. And she's like, what you doing? And I was like, girl, da, 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 you know, telling her what's going on. Like, this nigga said he was coming. Now he not coming. Like, da, 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 whatever. And so it was weird because, like, I feel like people that really care about me, they always, like my sister, for instance, me and her real close. When I'm telling her a problem or issue, she don't just automatically bash the other person. Like, she'll correct me if I need to be corrected. Or if the other person really is wrong, you know, she would, you know, go with that. But this girl, when I tell her, like, he's not coming, she automatically jumped to, like, oh, like, he's on BS. Like, what is he doing? So first he tell you y'all on a break. Now he's not coming. Like, it was just giving real weird, right? And so she's basically like, I cannot put the blame on her because, yes, I'm a grown woman. I make my own decisions. I got my own mind and all that stuff. So I can't put the blame on her, but I'm just trying to give y'all, like, a backstory of kind of, like, what type of vibes I was getting from her. She's like, oh, he probably with another bitch, da, da, da. Like I told y'all, she was at her friend's house, and so she was like, yeah, and so-and-so said this, and da, da, da. And I'm just thinking, like, I'm already halfway vulnerable, like halfway losing my mind because we're really on a break, you know what I'm saying? So I'm dealing with that on top of now you're all of a sudden not coming to help me put my kids on a bus. Like, it was just so much stuff running in my mind. And I'm listening to her like he's on bullshit, like, and so I'm like, this is crazy, whatever. And so she was like, well, shit,
I'm off for work tonight. Me and my friend, we're drinking too. Like, if you want me to take you to his house, I'll take you to his house.
And I'm like, you know, like I told y'all, he lives like far away. It's not close. Like, it's about to be a low-key a road trip to get there. And I'm like, okay, because she was like,
you need to know what's up, da, da, da. Is he even answering the phone?
I'm like, girl, no, he's not answering nothing. She like, let's go. Like, I'll come pick you up. And I ain't gonna lie, y'all have to listen to y'all intuition, because my intuition was kind of telling me, like, so you about to come pick me up, you and your friend that I don't even know like that. Like, it was just weird. She's like, yes, so-and-so said she'll come too. And I'm kind of like, I don't even know that girl. You know what I'm saying? But I just didn't listen to my intuition. I'm like, okay, cool, come get me. Mind you, also, too, I was drinking. So I got my thinking's impaired a little bit. I'm hot. I'm mad. I need to go find out what is he doing. Like, I'm about to go pull up on him. Stupidest thing I ever could have did, because I even know that. Like, I know myself, don't do that. We don't pull up on niggas. We don't do that. We keep it player. I did not keep it player that night. I'm human. Whatever. So she comes to pick me up. And when she get here, this was also weird to me. When she got to my house, and this is the first time me and her had actually physically hung out. Like I said, our relationship was just a lot of Instagram stuff and a lot of like texts and stuff. This is my first time seeing her. Is when she came and got me to take me to his house. Mind y'all, this was like midnight. Like, it was late. I had no business going, for one. So she gets to my house or whatever. When she pulls up, her best friend was in the back seat, which was just weird to me. So it's like, did y'all drive over here with you driving and her in the back seat? Or maybe the best friend was in the front and then got in the back when I came. But it was like they had almost set the stage, like, yes, come on, get in the car and you can sit right up front. Like, it was the weirdest thing to me. Like, this is you and your best friend. You would think y'all in the front, I get in the back because I'm the third party y'all picking up. Plus, both of y'all really don't even know me like that. You know what I'm saying? No. The girl was in the back seat. The best friend was in the back seat. The girl I'm talking about or whatever, she was in the front. So I'm like, okay. So I get in the car. She's like, oh, put it in the GPS. We put his address in the GPS. We're driving there. Whole time, like, I'm feeling myself, and we're talking about it the whole time, like,
niggas ain't shit, da, da, da.
And then she started telling me a story about how she used to pull up on a dude she was messing with, and how this happened and that happened, and oh, it was a girl there, and all that stuff. So all this stuff is like getting me hyped. And if y'all don't know, my sister's my best friend. I have an older sister, she's my best friend. So when we got to his house an hour and something later, I ended up calling my sister, and I'm like, girl, you would never guess where I'm at. She's like, where? I'm like, I just put up to so-and-so house. She's like, oh my God, do you know what time it is? I'm like, I know, it's like 1 in the morning, da-da-da. But he said he was coming, and then last minute he said he wasn't coming, and like, I know he's on bullshit, and da-da-da, whatever. And my sister's like, girl, you should have called me before you left, because like, you wouldn't have been leaving. Like, why are you out there? But I had my mind made up. Like, I'm already sad, I'm already drinking, and I got this girl like telling me all these things that he could be doing. And it was just so weird to me. That's my thing. It's like, people love to see you go through stuff, and they like, you already down, and they want you like more down. Like, that's what it was giving. Like, I feel like a real friend at that moment would have been like, girl, it's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? You and your kids are good. They're gonna go to school. They're gonna be fine. Like, you know, but it wasn't that. Like, soon she heard me say he didn't come, it's like she just ran in with all this reasons why he wasn't coming. And so, whatever, we out there, and I'm beating and banging on his door, blowing his phone up or whatever. He's not answering. And he lived in a house, and he had a garage. Just because I didn't see his car didn't mean he wasn't there. He typically would park inside the garage. And so I'm like, it's 1 in the morning. The lights are out, obviously, inside the house. I don't know if he's in there, not in there. So I'm like, she's like,
see, his car ain't even here. He probably with another bitch.
And I'm like, well, he typically parks in the garage, you know, so maybe he's not here. She was like,
nah, this bullshit, da-da-da, whatever.
Like, it was like she had a vendetta against him. Like, and I was just kind of like, you know, this is weird. Like, why are you so dead set on him doing something or him being with another girl? Like, it was just the weirdest thing. He wasn't answering. I'm blowing him up, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all, we didn't came out here for nothing. Like, he's not opening the door. I don't know if he's here. Could be, couldn't be. Like, I don't know. And so she was like,
girl, you know what I do?
She was like,
I sleep over. Like, my last dude I messed with, so-and-so, girl, I slept outside his house. Like, what time do he go to work? Do he work?
I'm like, yeah, he works. He go to work at, I don't even want to tell y'all because y'all gonna think I'm crazy. I don't want to tell y'all, but I like to be transparent on my channel, so fuck it. So I'm like, yeah, like, he wakes up like at 6-ish. She gotta be at work by 7. She was like, cool, so we know at least by 6:30, like, he's walking out the house. I'm like, yeah. And so she was like, should you want to sleep overnight? Whole time her best friend in the back like, yeah, like, you know, let's sleep overnight. And I'm like, overnight? Like, I gotta make it back home. Like, I got stuff to do tomorrow. I had work and stuff myself that next day. Like, I'm like, oh my God. And so she's like, let's sleep over. And I'm like, all right. And that's how I know I just had to be in a bad space, y'all, because I know better than that. Like, you could not pay me to do that now. You really could even pay me to do it then. But it's like, when you are not in your right headspace, you will do some stuff. Like, love will make you do some stuff. So I'm like, okay, whatever. And so we stayed the night in the car outside. And like, that was so stupid. I feel crazy even saying that, but we did. And so her best friend was like, all right, I'm cool, I'm chilling. And it's just like, y'all willing to do this for me? Like, y'all don't even know me like that. Like, I see if this was like a best friend for years that I didn't have, you know what I'm saying? And they riding or dying with me. But like, y'all really don't know me, and I really don't know y'all. But like, y'all willing to stay? Like, I wouldn't have done that. If the shoe was on the other foot, no boo, I'm not driving you an hour nowhere. I'm not staying outside some dude's house. Like, I'm not going to some dude's house I don't know. They did not know him. They did not really even know me outside of like texting and stuff. So boom, we stay overnight. I did not sleep. Like, obviously I'm not asleep. They both went to sleep. And so I'm just sitting in the car like, yeah, I'm stupid. And as time like went on, and as my like liquor and stuff wore off, I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, let me hurry up because I don't want the story to be too long. So boom, next morning came, whatever. He still wasn't answering the phone. And I'm like, let's just go. Like, girl, let's just go. Maybe he's not here because he hasn't walked out for work. I don't know, like whatever. So she was like, something like, I don't know who said what, but I ain't proud of this. A little vandalizing moment happened. I am not lying. It did. It wasn't bad. Nothing that had to be, nothing got broken or nothing like that. But kind of just like, he had a very nice yard and plants and stuff. And she was like, F this. Da, 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 da. He got you F'd up. And like, she's like, I did my own stuff too. I'm not going to say I didn't do it. But it's like, I just had that extra push. Like, it wasn't a good friend to like, tell me like, don't do it type shit. So, knock his trash can over, do this, do that, he got you effed up, and it was crazy. So anyway, that happened. I drove home. I felt horrible. I was like, this is horrible. Why? I just kept telling myself, why'd you do this, why'd you do this, why'd you do this, why'd you do this, like this is dumb. So anyway, that happened. I was sad. I was crying still. Like, when you go do wrong, it don't make you feel no better. You still feel sad and stuff after. So I felt like a piece of crap. I'm like, this is horrible. Y'all, that next day, she came to my house like, what you doing? She know I work from home. Like, I know you work from home. She came over. Like I said, she worked nights, so during the day, she's free. Came over, would talk to me and stuff. And she was just so, like, it was just so much. Like, if I'm already sad and going through stuff, I need people that's going to be around me, helping me get my mind off of it. But it was like dealing with her. I was going through my own sad stuff. She had a whole bunch of, like, this toxic dude she was dealing with. And so it was just us, like, feeding off of each other every day. Every conversation turned into about these men. And so I eventually got to the point where I was like, I told her this too. Right hand to God, I ain't gonna lie. I told her, I was like, look, I'm just letting you know, like, I need a few days to myself. Like, this is becoming a bit much. Like, every day, like, you know, we talk about these men. I can't. Like, if I'm ever gonna get better, and if I'm ever gonna heal and accept my breakup, like, I have to stop. Like, I can't keep doing this. And she was like, no, I understand. So we went a few days without talking. She would text me like, oh, so you can post on Instagram, but you can't talk to me. Like, she legit called me and told me that, like, damn, so I ain't talk to you. What did I do to you? You don't want to talk. And I'm like, girl, it's not you, it's me. Like, my mind, even though it was the both of us, I told her, like, I didn't want her to feel bad. So I'm like, it's not you, it's me. Like, I got to get up out of this or whatever. And so one day she had FaceTimed me. I was working from home. She FaceTimed me, and she had brought me flowers over. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is a real friend. Rewind back a little bit. I had a feeling. You know how you get a feeling like, something ain't right. One day she was sitting at my house, and something just hit me like, something ain't right. I was on the phone with one of my other friends, and I had my friend on speaker, you know, and the girl was sitting right next to me, and we was talking about what was going on with my breakup. And after the day was over, after that had happened, my other friend texted me. She was like, hey, I know you said you got a new friend. That girl that was over there, I got weird vibes from her. Like, I've never heard you talk about her before, but she was so invested in him, like, being a fuckboy and cheating on you and toxic. Like, it was, I don't know, it was weird. And I was like, damn, that's crazy you said that, because, like, I got that same, like, just a weird, eerie feeling. I can't explain it, but I guess that was my intuition, my gut telling me, like, something was wrong. Came over, cooked dinner for me and my kids. Oh, do y'all like salmon, pasta? I'll cook y'all pasta. She brought the seasonings, the salmon, the shrimp, the this, the stuff. Like, she did all that. Came over in my kitchen, cooked us food and everything. So, in my eyes, she was a sweet girl. I'm like, she's cool. But the devil can be dressed in sheep's clothing, okay? Long story short, the guy I was dealing with opened up a business or whatever, and I had already said, like, my thing is, once I love you, I love you. If I care about you, I care about you. Like, as long as you didn't wrong me, like, cheat on me, hit me, treat me bad, I'm gonna still love you. Like, even though we don't work out or whatever else, like, I'm not a fake ass bitch. Like, you're opening up a business, I'm gonna be there to support, like, regardless. Obviously, me and him were broken up. We weren't talking. And I know his grand opening was coming up, but I didn't know on what day, what month, none of that stuff. So this was probably like a month or so later. And she called me one day. It was on a Saturday. And this was after me not talking to her for like 3 or 4 days. And I wasn't not talking to her because of like something she did. I just needed a break, y'all. Like, I'm like, I have to fill my days with more things but this. Like, I would talk to her. Did you talk to him? Did you text him? Did he text back? And then she talk about her stuff and my stuff and her da, da, da. It was in a very bad spot, and it was draining me. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was draining me. That's why I won't post on YouTube. I wasn't doing nothing. And so I hope my lip gloss ain't got my lips white. Let me see. It probably is. I can't tell. So anyway, y'all know how y'all lip gloss get caked up. So anyway, what was I saying? Damn, I'm really losing my train of thought. That wine is kicking in. What was I saying? So it was a Saturday. She had called me or whatever. And she was like, what you doing, boo? And I'm like, oh, nothing. Like, girl, laying in the bed. She's like, why talk to you in a few days? Da, da, da. I'm like, yeah, girl, just trying to, you know, get my mind right, whatever. Because I be needing to recharge. Like, get my mind right, whatever. She was like, well, girl, you didn't answer the phone for me the other day, but I was trying to tell you something. I'm like, girl, what? She was like, so I took my friend or my cousin or whoever to go get her hair done. And girl, when we was in a beauty salon, they was in there talking about so-and-so, saying that a whole bunch of people was going to his grand opening and this and this and that. And I was like, what's the girl name? Oh, her name is so-and-so. And I'm, for one, the dude that I was dating at the time isn't from my city. He's not from here. And nobody knows him or none of that stuff. He's not a social media nigga. Like, it's not like he's on there posted. People don't know who he is. And so it kind of took me for a loop that you were randomly at a beauty shop with somebody and they brought him up. Like, that don't even make sense. But she was like, yeah, girl, didn't you say he from this city? I'm like, yeah. She was like, yeah, girl, the girl was saying she's from that city and she's cool with him. But she didn't say she was messing with him or nothing like that. But girl, they sure did say that today is his grand opening and, you know, everybody going down there. And it just, that was like, I was already low and in my feelings. And her telling me that just made me so much more lower and so much more in my feelings, because I'm like, damn. So I know we're broken up and it's been a couple months, but like, I've talked to this man about his business. I'm just as happy as he is for his business opening. I'm happy for it opening. And I'm like, I want it to be at the grand opening. Like, I want to take balloons. I want to take a bottle. Like, congratulations to you. Like, that's what I want to do. And so I just felt like he would have shared that information with me. So to hear it from her and everybody's going to the grand opening and I'm not there, it kind of made me feel away. And so that just added more sadness to my sadness. I'm like, oh my God. And so I remember hanging up and just like, oh my God. So everybody's going to his grand opening and like, I'm not there. Like, it made me super, super sad. I'm like, you know, calling my sister like, oh my God, his grand opening's today and I'm not there. Like, he didn't invite me, he didn't say nothing. So I'm like scoping his page, looking for any clues or hints of like the grand opening. I don't see him posting nothing about no grand opening, none of that stuff. I don't think I ended up going. I didn't go. I didn't go down there that day. A few days later, I went to the location because, like I said, I knew where it was going to be opened at. And so I had went to that location of where it was at, like maybe a week or so later. I didn't see it there. And so I'm like, well, might as well just pop up to his house because I want to talk to him. What's going on? Stupid shit. And so I had went to his house. He opened the door, whatever. He came outside. We was talking. We hugging. He's like, are you okay? How are you? Like, it was never like, every time you break up with somebody, that don't mean it's a bad breakup. Like, it wasn't, it was bad because it hurted me. But it wasn't like, he was never toxic to me. Like, we didn't break up on no bad terms, for real. Kinda. Like, no cheating shit, no disrespectful shit, nothing like that. So, we was talking and stuff. And I was like, oh, how's the store? And he's like, I open up in 2 months. Like, it's not open. And I'm like, oh. And at that time, like, I don't think that I told him, like, why I thought that it was open or about the girl or anything like that. And I'm doing this video, obviously, because he knows this stuff. Like, me, this is old. Me and him talked about this. He knows about me coming out there acting a fool at his house. Like, he knows about that stuff. We've talked about it and he understands, and he knows like that's not my character, and he understands. I was, like I said, I was in a vulnerable spot at the time. And he loved me, so period. So no, but that had happened or whatever. so she's just a fake ass, lying ass bitch. Cause like, why would you call me and make that up? This man's store don't open up until 2 more months out from when she called and said that dumb shit to me. Like, and it just blew me because like, who does that? Like, who has time? And she was a single mom with 2 kids herself. Who has time to make this up? And I don't know if she still watches me, my social media or what, but if she see this video, that was weird of you. Like, why would you do that? It was just weird to me. Like, why do that? Why kick somebody when they already down? It was just weird. And you was not in a beauty salon, and people was not talking about him. Nobody knows him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's not from my city. So that was that. A friend turned into a foe. And I just completely cut her off. I feel like we're grown. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to explain to you where you effed up at. You know exactly where you effed up at. I never explained it to her what happened. And then I think we went like a week or so without talking. And she eventually sent me like a long, like, I'm not gonna lie. I bet it's not in my phone no more, but she sent me like 5 or 6 voice messages, not lying. And like, oh no, what's going on? And and I'm just like, girl, like, I can't do this no more. I'm still not telling her that you lied and you fake as hell for that, because I just feel like you know that. Like, why am I gonna waste my time and energy telling you what you did, because you know what you did? You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this was almost 2 years ago, y'all. I don't feel no way about it. She was not in my life long. Like, if this story would have happened with like one of my good friends, or like one of my friends from, you know, diapers, middle school, high school type shit, it probably would have hurt me more and I would have been sad. But being that this was just a person, like, girl, I'm really just meeting you for real. I don't really care. Like, it's not like we stopped being friends and I'm like, oh my God, I miss her. Why would she do that? It was just kind of like a bye. You're done. You're out. I was trying to give you a chance to be my friend and have a taste of the good life. You know what I'm saying? But we can't do it. So I wasn't tripping. But she sent me all those voice messages and stuff. And then she just got real crazy. I wish. Let me see. I bet it's not even in my phone no more. Let me see. I bet I don't have it no more. Oh, I do. Oh, I can't show y'all her name and stuff. But here go our text thread, and y'all see it's blank. Like, there's nothing there. My iPhone is set to where it delete messages after a year. And like I said, this was over a year ago. So unfortunately, it does not show the thread. Like, it doesn't show any text inside our thread anymore. But she had texted me and was just like, oh, you so this, you so that, you think this and that, you're so selfish, you only care about yourself, and da-da-da. Like, she had all these things to say about me. And my mama always said, like, when you fall out with somebody and then now they have all these things to say about you, they been wanting to say all those things about you. You know what I'm saying? And she was basically saying that, like, oh, you're 2 years older than me, but you act so childish, this and this and that. You only care about yourself, you this, you that. Like, she had all these things to say about me. And I'm just like, but you a fake ass bitch. Like, you're fake. And if I'm so selfish and so this and so into myself, why you want to be my friend? Why are you cooking for me and my kids? Why are you bringing me flowers? It was just weird. Like, it was weird. I guess it's not for me to understand, because I'm not a fake ass bitch. You know what I'm saying? So I don't operate and move like that. It's just something I would never get. But yeah, that's how it happened. That was the story. From here on out, like, you have to watch people you be around. And so after that had happened, I swear to God, I put it on both my kids, right hand of God, okay? Right hand of God. I never listened to, I think she sent like 6 voice messages. I listened to like 1 of them. Those other 5 that she had sent, I did not listen to. I never explained to her why I stopped being her friend. Which I think that we owe people closure. You know what I'm saying? Typically, I would say, hey, you did this. I feel like this. I'm done. But like I said, once again, girl, you're a non-factor. You're a new friendship. What, 2 months, 1 month being friends? I just didn't feel like I had to explain to her why not. You're weird, and you knew you was weird for doing that. And so, yeah, we didn't talk after that or whatever. It's kind of sad, because it's like, as women, it'd be so hard for us to find friends. And like, why would you do that? And like, I knew, like, at the time, like, the dude she was crazy over in my inbox, messaging me saying stuff. So if I was a fake ass bitch and wanted to like get revenge, I could have talked to him. Could have got money from him, whatever. But I'm just not like that. Like, I'm not going to return wrong for wrong. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't want none of that stuff. You was weird to me, you got to go. And that's going to be your karma. Like, you don't get to be on the winning team. Because, bitch, I'm lit. I'm a good ass friend. I'm lit. Like, you can learn from me. But, yeah, that's what happened. And then maybe a couple months after, she did go around my city, like, telling other people that she knew I was cool with, oh, Rissa said this about you, Rissa did this, Rissa did that. So I had like a few people hit me up like, oh damn, you feel like this about me, you said this about me. And I'm like, what? And I didn't know where it was coming from. And my sister was like, what if it's that one girl? Like, what if she's the one doing it? And then I did confirm, and I found out that yes, it was her. Going to people's one of the girls that she went to was this girl that had a business herself, and I was doing like I was like a model for her business, taking product pictures and stuff with her products. And the girl went into her store and was like, oh, that's Rissa, you got Rissa on your stuff? Oh, I would take her off my poster in my store because she said this and this and this and this about you. Like, just starting stuff. So I don't know. Like, I'm like, sometimes the devil comes in when he know you're already going through stuff. Like, I was already at a moment where I was going through phases, okay, going through a breakup, learning about myself. Like, my breakup taught me so much about myself. At the time, I couldn't see it then, and I was sad about it and crying about it and complaining about it. But I've later learned, like, I needed that whole breakup, that situation. I'm a better bitch now. I'm a better woman now. Like, that man helped me catch flaws about myself that had we not broken up, I would have never checked my cell phone. You know what I'm saying? So I take everything as a lesson, and I learn from stuff and I grow from stuff. That's just the type of person I am. And so it's okay. And I feel like even the friendship with her, I learned something. You got to understand, everybody is not your friend. Which I knew that anyway, but she was just so good to me. Like, text and scriptures and, oh, it's gonna be okay, and, oh, let me cook for you, and, oh, you're so pretty, and, oh, you know, all this stuff. And it turned out to be some fake shit. So anyway, I'm feeling good, okay? My wine definitely kicked in. I had so much fun, okay, recording this video. If y'all would like to hear more stories, let me know. Leave me a comment down below. Girl, I got a story for days. Girl, my life is a movie, okay? And I can definitely do that for you. I can tell y'all some stories. So just leave me a comment down below and let me know what y'all want to hear. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it wasn't too long. But I've been having to get the details. Like, I've been needing y'all to know, okay? Period. Before you leave my channel, please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. Because if you watch my videos and you're not subscribed, girl, what is you doing? Boy, what is you doing? So make sure that you do hit the subscribe button right down below. So to turn on y'all post bell notifications. So when you hit subscribe, right next to it gonna be a bell. Hit that bell so that you can be notified every time I post on my channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram because I'm lit on Instagram. Down below in my description box, I will have my link tree. My link tree gets you to Instagram, gets you to Twitter, all my everything in my link tree down below. Or I'll put my Instagram right here so y'all can go follow me. And yeah, I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for watching this video. Leave me a comment. And yeah, until next time, y'all, stay pretty.